What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Pluto in the seventh house. So, first, we're going to break down what Pluto is all about. Pluto is about death, rebirth, transformation. It has to do with sex, hidden knowledge, hidden information, and taboo topics. It also has to do with chaos situations, other people's money. It's a lot to Pluto. On top of that, it does have a lot of taboo situations that are going on, unusual ways that you want to have sex, um, secrets. Also, is seen by Pluto. Chaos, also confusion. So, Pluto is pretty much a destroyer. It likes to build things up, to tear it back down, to build it back up so that it could be brand new again. So now the seventh house in the natal birth chart, the seventh house has to do with partnerships, intimate relationships, marriages. It also does show joint finances, business dealings, any one-on-one situation um, is seen by the seventh house. So we're going to jump into this right now. Pluto in the seventh house in the natal birth chart. So now these men and women are intense lovers, learning how to have a soul bonding relationship filled with devotion and passion, intimacy and powerful love without falling in the trap of power based relationships, unequal relationships, and lower energies of control, jealousy, and possessions. So these men and women want to be able to experience the utmost love. They want to be able to build a soul bond with somebody, be in a committed relationship. They seek out devotion. They want intense commitment, attachments with somebody. But what comes along with this placement is a lot of power struggles, a lot of control, wanting to control your partner, jealousy, and even feeling like your partner is your possessions. And this can also happen with the Pluto in the seventh house men and women. Their partners can do this with them also. So now these men and women tend to project the plutonic energy onto their relationships. So all the things and all the themes that Pluto does hold, it's going to be like they are projecting these things out onto their partners. Um, Control, jealousy, obsession, wanting to be able to tell you how to move, how to think, and things like that. This can definitely jump off in this relationship with these men and women. Pluto in the seventh house tends to feel powerless and can feel helpless or simply innocent, but repeatedly enter relationships with people who embody darker energies. So, definitely, these men and women can get involved in relationships with people that do hold dark energies with inside themselves, with inside their souls. They can even date somebody that's a Scorpio. They could date somebody that is very Plutonian or very Scorpionic. They can date somebody that is an intense lover as well and hold these characteristic traits and embody them. These men and women are able to integrate this energy, and this is for sure the best case scenario. If you are able to own the fact that you project the Pluto energy onto your relationships, it will be much easier to make good use of it. Okay, so they can definitely take this energy and use it for a greater good. um, a lot of times what ends up happening is that these men and women get involved in relationships, and they will go through power struggles in their relationships. It can be times when they feel like they do hold the power, and other times they don't feel like they have the power at all. They can project this energy onto their partners to the extent that their partners will act out and play out the more controlling roles at some point in time in the relationship. If you can own the Pluto energy, it is easier to make a conscious choice to use it for higher purposes, and consciously choose not to be controlled, manipulated, or um, abused in a relationship as far as partners go. So these men and women um, can get involved in relationships, and they can be controlled, they can be manipulated, um, be under the impression that things are a certain kind of way, and come to find out that it's not. These men and women can be lied to, they can be deceived on so many different levels when it comes to their intimate relationships. These men and women will deal with power struggles all the time in intimate relationships, friends, and even family dynamics. However, these men and women are going to be magnetic and controlling. You can constantly leave relationships. So now, even though they seek out this love, they seek out the ultimate bond with somebody, they have a difficult time when situations get out of hand, when the going gets tough. These men and women feel the need to leave a relationship, maybe start something brand new, start something fresh, and seek out something else, a different opportunity, a different love interest. These men and women can get very bored very fast in a relationship that is not um, passionate, that is not sexually satisfying to them. Or even if they're not on the same page as their partners, they can definitely wander and drift off, even though they seek out that ultimate bond with somebody. Okay, so it's almost like they seek it out, they draw out people, are drawn to people, and people are also drawn to them, um, that hold within them some deep rooted shit. They have trust issues themselves, and these men and women have trust issues also. Yes, they do. If this energy is entirely projected, then well, find someone who repeatedly have relationships, are very often based on power struggles and push and pull, which can be passionate and intense, surely, but also draining and often unhealthy. Sometimes the person becomes tired and exhausted and decides to abstain from a relationship altogether. They might feel like they need to remove themselves from the relationship completely, not be dealing with you, not be fucking with you anymore, because too much has went on in the relationship. It's too much of a power struggle dealing with partners that they do have, feeling like they are being taken advantage of, feeling like they are being used and abused, feeling like they are not being heard in a situation, or you're just brushing their feelings off to the side and not giving a fuck about how they really feeling deep down inside. This could fuck with these men and women. hmm Another thing, unfortunately, the fiery explosiveness of Pluto in the seventh house personality eventually burns the relationship to the ground. Either you leave your relationship or your partner leaves you. You may have a tendency to consistently restart bonds or searching the world for something completely new and something completely different. So, what's going on with this placement is that they do seek out intense love affairs, they do seek out a passionate sexual relationship with somebody that they can fully be able to trust. They want to be able to really get down to the bit of truth with you, understand where you're coming from, and they want it both ways. But what ends up happening in the process is that they end up getting these people that are also very intense, just like them, serious about love, also just like them. But they can be easily manipulated. So you do have to take a lot of caution with dealing with Pluto in the seventh house, because you are prone to being manipulated by other people, people lying to you, making you believe things that are not true. Okay, and that can really fuck with you on many different levels. You can feel like your partner's not being truthful. You could feel like your partner's not really being who they say that they are really being. Okay, so this one is interesting to have because they do want devotion and passion, intimacy, and a powerful love. This is what these men and women want. But they can even just project this dark energy onto somebody also. So even though they'll draw it out and even meet and come across people that do hold this with them, their love interest is going to hold these things inside of them, but they're also going to project other darker things onto them, even though that might not be the case. Okay, so you got to be alert, you have to be aware, and you have to be cautious when you are dealing with this. Anything else I need to say about this placement? I think I'm gonna leave it on this note for now. So in future videos to come, please check out my online store. It is Grammy Gear at www.grammygear.com. If you need a caterer, I am the chef goddess also. And you can hit me up at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, you can hit him up at aronnesbitt90 at gmail.com. And if anybody needs a tarot card reading, that will be $30. If you need me to analyze the birth chart for you so you can fully understand and grasp, that will be $50 for 2 hours. And if you need a synastry chart, which is a compatibility chart between two individuals, that will be $70 for 2 hours. Okay, now I do prefer the Cash App opposed to the PayPal. The PayPal is really for people that do not live in the United States and they want to get their birth chart read. I really don't like PayPal because it takes too long for everything to go through. So if you have Cash App, you can use that. If you have PayPal, okay too. All right, so this has been a Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.